So welcome back everyone. I know this has been a little while since I posted the intro to this. I need to warn you up front, these videos, this one in particular will be quite long, approximately 20-something minutes. So I'll put a time code in the comments if you want to jump straight to the mission itself and just skip all the background stuff and training missions. I already cut out the load times because those can be upwards of 10 to 20 seconds. Yeah, this game was it was quite the load hog back in its day. So, yeah, these are the training missions, basic controls and all that, but fun part, they managed to not teach you a lot of the really important stuff until the later training missions. So, yeah, that's kind of bad game design, a little bit, maybe. That and they lock your controls so you can only start to run after you reach that first little checkpoint. And that was a back jump. That's kind of an important move later on in the game. So, yeah, you might notice this game actually plays rather methodically and slow at times. There's good reason for that. It's worth noting you cannot attack unless you actually lock onto an enemy, so there's that too. Die, geometric shapes. Yeah, I kind of figured that you couldn't fire while you were reloading. Kind of the definition of reloading. They want me to slash this one, don't
they? Even weapons with superior firepower have their limits. You should always select a weapon that is appropriate to your circumstances.
Which is usually going to be a bazooka or a sniper rifle or... Actually, that's about it.
It is Universal Century 0079, March 11th. The second Earth descent operation has begun. Our objective is to bring the North American territory under our control. Captain Garma Zabi will be the commander in charge of capturing North America.
I'm honored to be commander of such outstanding soldiers, and in charge of capturing the North American territory.
I haven't even done a mission yet. I think you're...
I don't need to explain to you the importance of this operation.
Maybe you should.
We will conquer North America to establish a base from which we can move to take over Jaburo, the Federation's general headquarters in South America.
Okay. Sounds pretty clear to me.
Let's strangle the Federation by the throat! I wish you all the best of luck! Over!
Oh, you seem really motivated.
Fenrir Fangs.
Because Zeon loves German.
I see you're all here.
Yes, I am.
Now, our mission is to descend ahead of the main forces and secure an airbase as a beachhead for the invasion of the North American region.
Sir, is it really a beachhead if we're dropping from space?
The HLV will drop us off close to the enemy airbase. We will move in at once to take over the base before the enemy has a chance to organize a counterattack.
But we'll be falling from the sky. Wouldn't they see us coming? Sir?
Our intelligence has located the enemy headquarters. It's here.
Okay, that I have no questions about.
There are numerous lookouts situated at the base. If you're spotted by a lookout, you'll divulge our location, and the enemy will call in their defense troops. It's vital that you destroy those lookouts first.
Yeah, that's impossible. Just gonna tell you.
We think the enemy will be mainly using Type 61 tanks, but do not underestimate this vehicle's power.
Okay.
We have also detected several Medea craft along the landing strip. There's no reason you should let them get away. Either destroy the aircraft before they take off, or seize the control tower.
Or blow up the control tower, that works too.
Our first objective, take over the base headquarters. Second objective, eliminate the base's defense troops. And third objective, seize the control tower.
Sounds simple enough to me.
The key to this operation is speed. We must not give the enemy a chance to organize. This will be your first battle as the Midnight Fenrir. You must improve on your performance during basic training. Over.
But it was just 2 missions. All I learned how to do was move and shoot. How much of an improvement do you really need? Oh yeah, you really don't want to get hit from behind in this game. I don't fail this first mission, so I don't really have any examples for you, but I'll have plenty of examples when we get to the next mission of my failures from getting hit from behind. So, yeah, definitely not a good idea to get shot in the back. So here what I'm doing is I'm setting up my units for the stage with the different sensor types, weapons, equipment, all this type of stuff. There's a lot I could go through explaining here, but I'm just going to kind of play the game, and yeah, there's really not that much that needs to be explained here. I've only got 2 characters right now, and very little equipment. And I did reduce each team down to 1. That was to limit the possibility of point loss from casualties.
Well, the Type 61 tank shouldn't be much of a problem. But if they get too close, or if they maneuver behind you, you can kiss your Zaku goodbye.
Is Zaku some kind of euphemism I don't know?
No worries, sir. We'd never goof up that badly. I mean, we're not a bunch of rookies fighting for the first time.
Sir, I think I qualify as a rookie fighting for the first time.
Point taken.
Nobody listens to me.
The way I see it, you can yammer on all you want, but you ain't much more than a rookie yourself, Lieutenant.
You have to be so blunt? Judging by the way you respect my authority, I was surprised to hear that you requested a transfer to this unit. Don't you feel it beneath you to assist a rookie like me?
Don't take me so seriously, Lieutenant. Thanks to you, I'm still alive after all these years.
All these years? It hasn't even been a year. It's the 1-year war. What the hell were you fighting before?
Besides, I've still got lots to teach you.
Okay. That's...
Guess we're stuck together.
That's kind of creepy, guys.
You got that right.
That was really creepy.
You don't have to worry. We're well prepared. Just send us down and we'll be sure to get the job done in no time.
Okay. But how about I just...
ready to kick some Federation butt.
How about I just control your unit anyway? Seems like a better idea to me.
So they only sent us enough mobile suits for a 2-team formation? No, I'm not saying I'm dissatisfied with your placements. It's just too bad. We trained so hard for today. But if that's the decision that was made, then I'll do everything I can as the operator.
Oh, yeah, girl mobile suit pilot? That wouldn't work. That would never
I'm
work.
Magaki, your technical chief. Nice to meet you. The mobile suits you'll be using in this operation are well maintained. We requested enough mobile suits to form 3 teams.
But, you know...
However, they only dispatched enough for 2 teams.
Because, you know, that's just how we roll.
You'll notice something different when you settle into the cockpit, so please pay attention.
Ooh, leather seats.
I've installed one of those experimental sensor units into each mobile suit.
Experimental sensor unit.
Some believe the sensors will be rendered useless with Minovsky particles blocking the electromagnetic waves.
And they're 1/3 right.
But I think they're worth having.
Because we're 2/3 better.
I'm confident that the data gathered from your upcoming battle will prove my theory.
It will. Kind of.
Well, I should go. I still need to make some final adjustments.
Also, why do we just call him Tech Chief in this menu? I mean, he says his name. It's Magaki.
I'm Magaki, your technical chief. Nice to meet you.
See? Right there.
The mobile...
Okay, you'll notice I don't use the route setup here. That's because I'm going to directly control everything. It's just a lot easier that way. So the basic structure is this mission is fairly slow, and the background is this is a Special Forces team designed by Zeon to attack ground positions, I guess, because, yeah, there are no space missions in this game. Sad, I suppose, but it was a lot easier at the time. This is one of the early PlayStation 2 games, and it was in the era where they really couldn't get space to work the way they wanted it to, because, you know, space has that whole third dimension and all that kind of thing, so yeah. Kind of sucks, really, but it's the way things go sometimes. Also, it's worth noting that our operator for the mission is Ensign Charlotte Hepner, and she will actually be a pilot later in the game. So, that's why she was actually disappointed about not having enough mobile suits, because we had 3 highly trained pilots, and we're only using the men, because, yeah, I guess that's just... I guess nobody thought about the fact that I could always just reassign one of the supporting mobile suits to be used by the ace pilot. Oh well. So, let's get into it. Finally. After 11 minutes. Okay, so here's the actual mission starting.
All units, give us a status report.
Blue team, all clear.
Red team all clear.
All right. Commence operation.
Nice lip movements there, guys. Okay, so I'm stopping the movement of my team so that I can control everything directly. This isn't always the best option, but it's going to work for you a lot more often than you might think. So, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here. Yeah, I'm trying to loop around and make sure I get behind everything. There's a lot of memorization to getting good scores in this game. See, I know there's a tank group right up here, and so I want to get behind them so that I can take them out while they're still blue. Enemies give you different varying amounts of points based on whether or not they've detected you, or whether or not they're attacking you. It's based on the color of targeting reticle. When an enemy is blue like this, it means they are unaware of your presence. They're worth the most points in that situation. When an enemy is yellow, it means they're aware of your presence, but they don't know where you are exactly. You've alerted them, so to speak. They're worth fewer points in this situation, but they're not as dangerous. The last setting is red, which is where the enemy knows where you are, knows exactly what you're doing, and is usually firing at you. This is going to be one you see a lot in the later missions. Of course, by the time you reach the later missions, it doesn't really matter as much if you have red enemies. It's really a thing mostly for the early missions. And here I'm taking a long, scenic route around. The reason I'm bringing the Zaku up for this is because it has longer range and can hit these enemies while they're still blue at a longer range. See? So what I'm going to do here is kind of get up close enough to actually hit them with the bazooka. Now the bazooka has a small delay in its firing time, which is just a way of compensating for the longer range and higher accuracy. It's just a Zaku 1, don't worry about it. Yeah, here the enemies all know I'm here. I'm getting hit in side armor. Luckily, it's not nearly as bad as if I were getting shot in the back. Honestly, those tiny machine gun bullets from the tower that's shooting at me on the side could actually kill me if they hit me in the back. Now it's reloading. I don't like to use proximity attacks on these towers because there's a bit of a glitch where if you attack the tower with your axe, so if you hit it with your axe, you might actually get shot through the body of your mobile suit and get hit in the back. Yeah, it's kind of glitchy like that. Just mopping up what's left here, trying to get a few yellow targets. Using the thermal sensors. The different sensors have different attributes. The sonar detects enemies that are moving, and is usually your best sensor because of its very long range. The thermal sensors detect enemies that are in cold areas like forests. I know it seems like the thermal sensors would be able to detect anything, but they really can't. Certain areas, the thermal sensors just don't work as well as they should. And always note that your CPU characters are apparently constantly cycling through their sensors and can actually detect enemies at a much longer range than you yourself can. I have no idea why that's the case. So now I'm running through the forest and cleaning up tanks because... It's very nice of nature to carve out these large footpaths for giant robots to take scenic routes through the forest. Yeah. That walking sound can get really, really boring after you've tried the mission for like the 14th time. Luckily I get this one on the first try, so it's not nearly as annoying. Here I'm positioning myself to switch controls so that my back is against a wall. That way I can't get hit in the back, even if the enemy comes up and kind of surprises my unit. Okay, so I'm moving Rower, the Zaku 2 pilot, up through the forest on the opposite side, as soon as I could find that silly entrance. How is it so hard to detect a break in the trees, I ask you? Alright, my radar tells me where it is. There's still a few tank teams wandering around, so I want to make sure I pick those off. Maximize my point totals and whatnot. Strangely enough, the sonar does not work very well in the forest. You can tell how well a sensor is working by the static level, with the exception of if you're using a cloaking device. If you have a sensor cloak, the static that's generated by the cloak itself does not actually affect the does not have an effect on how useful the sensor is. Any more tanks? You know what? At this point, I don't even care. I just want to get to the end of the stage. Okay, so normally the plan, if you'd actually used the route setup, would be to get your units up to the two entrances to the base, and then launch your battle codes to send them both in. At least it would if you were a person who'd never played this game before. Because, as it turns out, there's a good reason why you don't want to go in that other entrance right away. And, actually, the fun part here is I decide that my longer range is more valuable on this side, so, let's bring our bazooka guy over here. Oh look, another tank. Ah, I got them both while they were blue. That's pretty rare. Usually one of them notices you by now. You see that little menu pop up. That happens whenever you hit, like, the L1 button. It's just how the game works. Hey, look. There's an installation up there. Ah, I guess they know we're here. So I'm using sensor range again to pick off targets from the forest when they can't detect me, which is always a smart thing.
Why didn't we notice before they got this close?
Here I'm taking out the tanks that are moving, because they're an immediate threat. I'm waiting for the reload before I go after the tower. Because otherwise I would just threaten the tower and, I don't know, I just felt like killing a lot of people who were just doing their jobs today. I mean, that's what video gamers do, right? Alright, so I'm just kind of running through here. Thanks to the fact that we took out the control tower, we seized the supplies on those planes. Very nice. Now we just have a few tanks to take out and we'll be done with this mission, I suppose. A few defense forces left. Wait a minute, did I catch something in the silhouette in the distance there? Oh well, I'm sure it's nothing. You know, I'll just have my buddy come up here and support me, just in case. I mean, there could always be more tanks trying to loop around behind me. I want to make sure I'm covered from the back. Okay, sonar, radar, thermals, nothing on any of them. Guess there's nobody left. So, why isn't the mission over yet? Wait a minute, what's that?
Checking our final target. What's this? Analyzing data. This is Big Tray.
Uh-oh.
Ooh la la.
Seriously, some intelligence job.
Hey, the snark is
And
my
helping people
job.
to do their job properly.
Commander, it's impossible with our battle strength. I think we should retreat.
All teams, continue with your mission. Destroy Big Tray.
Of course.
It's like a spaceship, only earthbound.
And
It's no threat
not
if
at
we
all
strike
like a
near its blind
spaceship.
spot. Fight as you would against a battleship.
Commander?
Now
So
that the
get
enemy's
up under it.
unprepared, we must
Wait.
seize this opportunity to destroy it. We don't have the luxury of waiting for backup. Go get him.
Technically... Never mind. Alright, so, time to use the smoke grenades that we packed for this. Using the smoke grenades lets us get closer to the enemy target because it cannot lock on through smoke. Oh, wow. Okay. Why not? Let's just take out the bridge. Mission complete. I almost got taken out by that cannon.
Confirmed defeat of final target. Sir, we have a communication from the enemy commander.
Ah, I'm burning!
Don't shoot! We surrender!
We accept the enemy's request to surrender.
Roger. The remaining enemy troops have begun
Also,
disarming.
we got about
All
8
teams
guys
are
on
ordered to
fire
guard the
up here.
secured
What did
area
you
until
guys
our main
do?
forces arrive.
Mission complete!
Our mission was a success. We managed to take over the airbase while keeping the facilities intact for our use. We also proved that a surprise attack could be carried out by a small mobile suit unit. And, even on land, the team could still be quite effective.
As we fight for the glorious cause of Zeon. Now tell me how many points I got. Yes, rank S, 8,000 or more points. Highest rank. Well, I'll see you guys next time with the next mission, and hopefully I'll be funnier next time.